We are doing the Bhagavad Gita, and this is the first chapter. We had completed the first verse, and in that first verse we had seen how Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya what is happening exactly in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Now Dhritarashtra is the father of Kauravas and Sanjaya is his charioteer. So Sanjaya, who is having an ability to see what happens beyond the field of vision also. So we will continue from verse 2 today. So we are doing the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 2. Sanjaya said, "At that time, seeing the army of Pandavas drawn up in the battle and approaching Dronacharya, King Duryodhana spoke the following words." I will continue with the verse 3. "Behold, O revered master, the mighty army of the sons of Pandu, arrayed for battle by your talented pupil, Drishtadyumna, son of Drupad." Now, in verse 2, Sanjaya is giving an explanation that what is Dhritarashtra's son speaking in the battlefield. So Duryodhan is looking at the army of Pandavas, and he is telling his own teacher. Duryodhana is telling his own teacher. Now that teacher is called Dronacharya. Now Dronacharya has been the teacher of the Pandavas and the Kauravas when they were children. He has taught them literally all the arts that are necessary in this world. That means whatever knowledge that we have to gather, we have to go to school or college. In ancient times, you go to a master who gives the entire explanation with the knowledge he passes on to his disciples. Now here I will give you a small background of how this works. Today you have boarding schools and colleges which are far away. So what do? You have to go to those boarding schools and stay over there. While you are staying over there, you have to attend the classes. In olden times, you will find that there were gurukuls. So there were gurus, masters. He also had trained some of his downlines to teach other subjects. It's not that he was alone. So let us say if Dronacharya was the teacher, he would have had a lot of assistants who would have helped him in various activities of teaching. Now there are so many subjects that had to be taught to all these young boys during those ancient times. It could be grammar, it could be warfare, it could be anything. Now, in today's day and age, to find a gurukul like this is very difficult. There are some people in India who run gurukuls, no doubt about it, but not in the way how it was taught in the past. So you will find that there are certain number of gurukuls even today, where the main force behind that gurukul is the guru. He teaches everything, all subjects. And he normally has a plethora of teachers who will go and educate the youngsters. One of the most important subjects taught in these schools was spirituality. Now when I say spirituality, don't mix it up with the current context of spirituality. The scriptures that were available during that time, that means from the Vedas, various Shastras that were there, the Shrutis that were there were various stories and so on and so forth from the past. There were epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana also being taught. There is a very strange case. In Ramayana, you will find that the Ramayana has been written by Valmiki. Valmiki is writing the Ramayana. He is running his school, which is a Gurukul, and Sita Maya is also staying with him, as well as Love and Kush. So during the time of Valmiki, the story was ongoing. It's a very strange phenomena, isn't it? And the Valmiki Ramayana is exactly what would or has happened. It is mentioned like that. So naturally you will find that there are certain of these stories, scriptures, which are literally ongoing. Now, let us come back to this subject where Dronacharya is concerned. So Dronacharya had a Gurukul. This was funded by the king himself, Dhritarashtra himself, and the various other kings that were there during that time. So his entire children, whoever that were there, that is more than 100 of them, plus the 5 Pandavas, they also went to his Gurukul and learnt over there. Not only that, there were various other children from other places. You know the different stories that are there, isn't it? So there is a story of Eklavya also. I don't want to go into that story, but I'm sure you know about it. So these students, these disciples, learned the various art, sculpture, this, that, so many other subjects. You will wonder why is it that in today's day and age the schools have very few subjects. The schools don't teach everything. Have you heard of a school which teaches you warfare? No, it doesn't work. But in ancient times, all these subjects were also included. Today you will find that some modern subjects are included, like physics, chemistry, and so on and so forth. Maybe during the ancient times those subjects were not there, so let it be. So Dronacharya is the teacher. So coming back to our scripture, Dronacharya is the teacher and Duryodhan is one of his principal students. So the principal student is the one who is standing in front over there trying to fight this war. So he looks towards the battlefield and he sees an array. That means everybody is arranged in a pattern. I'm sure the people who learn computers know what an array is. So here also there is an array. There is a formation. These are various formations that were taught during the ancient times. Now in the warfare, various formations were taught. A very important formation which is called the Chakravyu. We will study it somewhere down the line. So Duryodhana is looking in the battlefield and he is saying that the Pandavas have gathered in an array. He says, "O revered master, the mighty army of the sons of Pandu, arrayed for battlefield by your talented pupil, Drishtadyumna, son of Drupad." Why is he mentioning this person? This individual is mentioned because there is bad blood with these two. That means the teacher and Drupada. And that is the reason why the mention is there. It is literally like telling someone in our own life, oh, your arch enemy is there, okay? It's like that. Your arch enemy is there in front of you and you have to fight him. Now let us apply this to our own life. Like I said, these are spiritual texts. They are written in a codice. Characters have been created so that you do not actually understand. Only when you are learning spirituality can you apply these spiritual principles to these stories and then understand them. Now, a small diversion over here. Have you noticed that there are art films? Now, art films are never understood by most of the common folks. Nobody understands what an art film is like. Similarly, there are books which win the Nobel Prize. Try reading some of these books. Most of these books are bouncers. They will go over your head because they are telling you a story or something which is literally hidden. Whereas those who study literature, what is written in the book, maybe by Shakespeare or one of those greats from the past, you have to actually decipher what they have written and give the right meanings. The context has to be given, the meanings have to be given. Exactly in the same manner, these scriptures have been written. These stories have been written from the past. We have to understand and know them. That is the reason why I am giving you the understanding of this subject. Here, there are two characters mentioned by Sanjaya. One character is what we call as the eldest son of Dhritarashtra. His name is Duryodhan. The eldest son of Dhritarashtra is Duryodhan. The number 2 son is called, do you know what the name of this second son is? By the way, there are 98 more to go. Let us not go with that. 98. Dushasan. You see, the words are very peculiar. We have to always catch the word which is given. We have to understand what is the codex in that. What is that which is hidden over there? Duryodhan. Dushasan. You will find that these names are given in a very peculiar manner. You also do the same. Many a times we name our children in a very peculiar manner. Right? Oh, this person was born in this particular asterisk, the sign. When this was ascendant or that was going up or something like that. Let us call him by a particular name. And they say that. It is not only here. It is everywhere in the world. Whether it is other religions, you can take any other religion also, you will find names are very peculiar. So if you think of a name, Aishwarya, why is that name given? So you will find that there is a codex over there. There is a reason for that. It's a name of a goddess. The goddesses have many names. That is why you will find that we do this kind of names. In India, we do the Sahasranam, 1001 names of different gods. We do that. So you pick up a very particular name and you apply it. Same way, these stories have been written with a very hidden significance, a name. Duryodhan. In today's day and age, we may not understand all the deeper meanings of that. We just give a name. Dhan. What is wealth connected to? Wealth is connected to greed. You see, remember Dhritarashtra? He was attached to everything. I want this, I want that, and all kinds of desires and attachments. Blind, totally blind. And he was attached to everything. First attachment every human being has is towards money, gold, property, wealth. He wants it more and more and more. Why does he want it more and more? That's how we are built up, isn't it? So the mind wants these things. Dushyasan, a person who puts his hand on Draupadi. That is lust. Lust and greed. Even Ramakrishna Paramahansa said these words. Lust and greed are the two main problems of human beings' lives, isn't it? So he says, Kamini Kanchan. Kamini is lust. Kanchan means gold, which means greed. So Duryodhan wants properties. He doesn't want to part with whatever, even those 5 villages to Pandavas. That is how it is. And there are 2 teachers. One teacher is introduced over here. This one teacher is a teacher, the one who gives us material worldly knowledge. The one who imparts the knowledge about material world. This person is always there in somebody's life, in everybody's life rather. Here his name is Dronacharya, the one who teaches us everything. So in your life also you will find that there is one individual who might have taught you many things in your daily life. It could be reading, writing, or anything. So he could be a tutor, he could be your mother, he could be your father, he could be anybody. Uncle, aunt, somebody. So these 3 characters I have given you an understanding. One is Dhritarashtra, attachment. Second one is Duryodhan. This one is known to us. Third one is the teacher. That is Dronacharya. So now let us move to the next 4, 5 and 6. We are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, verse 4, 5 and 6. There are in these armies heroes wielding mighty bows and equal in military prowess to Bhima and Arjuna, Satyaki and Virat, and the Maharathi, Drupad, Drishtaketu, Chekitana, the valiant king of Kashi, Purujit, Kunti Bhoja, and Saibya. The best of men and mighty Yuddhamanyu and valiant Uttamoja, Abhimanyu, the son of Subhadra, 5 sons of Draupadi, and all of them Maharathis, warrior chiefs. A lot of names have come in. I will take the principal ones only, like I said to you. The most important ones were the mentioned right at the end. Okay? The 5 sons of Draupadi. You will wonder what we are talking about. Again, 5 sons of Draupadi? What are they? You see, every sense organ that is there. Remember yesterday when I was telling you, these 5 Pandavas are the senses. Right? You know the senses? Huh? If I ask you what are the senses? Senses are hearing, seeing, touching, smelling, so on. Right? They have children. Huh? They are 5 in number again. What are these 5? These 5 are the organs connected to these senses. So if I were to say hearing, what is the organ connected to it? The ear, right? Same way, if I have to say touch, touch is connected to skin. Like that, all the 5 organs are connected to the sense organs. Senses are different, organs are different. Organs are the places from where the senses can understand what is happening. Eye, seeing, nose, smelling, right? Tongue, tasting. So this is how the whole 5 senses work with the sense organs. So those who know Mahabharata very clearly understand that these 5 children of Draupadi were killed in the dead of the night by one of the principal characters called Ashwatthama. I'm sure you know that. So many of us have read the Mahabharata, have seen it rather than read. You have seen Mahabharata, all kinds of serials. So these are the 5 sense organs that are there. They are in the battlefield. So when you say they are in the battlefield, means battlefield is the Kurukshetra is our body, this whole body. And in the body, everything is out there and both are against each other. What is against each other? The body has principal organs. These organs there are certain characteristics connected to the organs. They have to react with the different worlds. Let us take one example. The nervous system. The nervous system, the principal organs are 2 in number. Right? One is the brain up there. Some of us have it and some don't. And then the spinal cord, which runs down in the body. This is a pathway. There are other nervous systems also in your body, right? This is controlled by a principal organ called the brain. The brain is the principal organ. The second organ that is there, which runs the whole system in our body, the principal organ there is called the heart. What does it run? The circulatory system. That means the blood is circulated all over. Now do you understand that there are various systems in the body which are distributed evenly? So you will find that is reaching the furthest part. Now when I say circulatory organ, the heart, which is the principal organ over there, what does it do? It distributes the blood, the food, the air required, oxygenation, so on and so forth. It is actually a very, very important process which happens in our system. We need it. Then we have the digestive tract. The digestive tract runs from top to bottom. Principal organ over here, there are many. One is the stomach, then the intestines. The stomach is also the central organ which is responsible for creating a whole load of stuff in our body. And now understand, did the ancient sages knew about it or no? Yes. Do you know that these 3 important stuff, that is whatever I said to you just now, I pointed at 3 different places. Does that ring a bell somewhere? The three important gods in our system are connected there. Got it? The lower part of the body is connected to Brahmaji. So whatever comes down below, Brahmaji is the super boss there. The heart, which is also the organ which pumps the blood, connected to the emotions and various other things, is connected to the Vishnu Tattva. And the third one is connected to the Shiva Tattva. So you have seen Shivji is always sitting in the Himalayas. So far nobody has ever told us about this. What do these gods actually mean to to the whole union of this? So in the Kurukshetra, these are different domains and they are there to run the system. Every system has their gods, that is the principal deities. There are assistant deities and there are still more assistant to the assistants. So if you actually look at the nervous system, you will find that though the principal organ is the brain, but brain has so many intricate places where different things happen. Got that answer? So the brain is not just one organ. It is a host of organs and they manage everything in every part of the body. You cannot say that the brain is not controlling my finger. It controls your finger also. If I do this way, it is because my brain is functioning. It is telling the nervous system, do this. If the blood supply is cut off in my finger, I will have gangrene. So now you know that. If food supply is cut off at different parts of the body, I will be dead very soon. So this is the reason why there are three principal deities. Now, I just explained to you how this application happens. So do not get confused when it is said, oh, there is one Himalaya where Shivji is staying. What Himalaya you are saying? Yes, there is a particular place. In my next satsang, I will give you more understanding about this subject. Never have I ever given this kind of a detailed explanation. And this could be the last of the satsang. So I am giving you literally everything that I have so that you understand how this is applied in your life. When Shiva is peaceful and calm, he is in a state of meditation. You are able to manage your entire universe from top to bottom nicely. But when Shiva is disturbed, a lot of stuff happens. Your mind is not here. The mind is the cumulative thing. The mind itself is going to be discussed in, I think, n number of chapters. So let us wait for all that. So we have completed till verse 6. And we will continue from verse 7 tomorrow onwards, or rather on Monday. Okay? So I will stop over here. Okay? So take care. Bye. Have a very good weekend.